What is up, everyone, and welcome to today's reaction video. And today's reaction is the very special monthly request of my incredible Patreon follower, Katie. Katie, thank you so much for your continued support, both here on YouTube and on the Patreon. Katie has been one of my long-time supporters, basically OG herd since the channel got started, and it means the absolute world to me, Katie, that you've stuck around for as long as you have and are just such an incredible member of the community. So thank you so much for that, and thank you for this month's request, which is something new. I am so curious here as to what this is, because it's Golden Earrings, Twilight Zone, 1982. Now, I'm not sure if that means that the song is Twilight Zone 1982, or if it means that this is a song by the Golden Earrings called Twilight Zone from 1982. I don't know. This could be some awesome 80s rock. This could be, because I know that Twilight Zone is an old TV show, and I think that was around in the 80s. I might be showing my naivety of my age here. 80s? 70s? 90s? No. I don't know. I don't know when Twilight Zone was on. I've never actually seen any of it. So, yeah. No idea what to expect from this. No idea what to expect from the song, from the artist, from any of it. So we're going in completely blind. So we're going to get into this and check it out. As always, check out the original video linked in the description below. Go and give it some support. Give it a like, give it a comment, subscribe to the original upload. And we are going to check this out. This is Golden Earrings, Twilight Zone from 1982 or Twilight Zone 1982. No idea. Let's find out. Okay. Yo, before you even come in with singing, that is a beat on a mission. That is the beat. You put this song on when you are walking with purpose. When you found out that someone's wronged you and you're on your way to mess up a person, this is the song you're listening to as you are just down the road going. Like this is a fight song, but like the I'm hyping myself up pre-fight song. This is a let's go. Okay.
It's 2 a.m. The fear is gone. The gun's still warm.
This is really interesting. Okay. I don't know if are the lyrics from this directly lifted from Twilight Zone. Is that what's going on? Because the fact that they have the singing of the song in the background with this spoken word of the same lyrics at almost the same pacing, not quite, but almost the same pacing, in being the foreground that you're hearing, is really unique.
It's 2 a.m. The fear is gone. The gun's still warm.
Okay. Hang on a second. I didn't know when to pause. I'm waiting for the end of the chorus. I think we've just hit the end of the chorus. The where am I to go was really cool. The way this video has been done, this obviously isn't like, you can tell by the slight little spelling mistake there. Or not spelling mistake, but the extra T. This obviously isn't like the original upload by the band. So go and support the Golden Earrings wherever you can find them. But straight away, I'm so curious if this was like it's definitely got that 80s rock sound. It's funny that I'm wearing like one of my Supernatural t-shirts because I'm literally picturing Dean Winchester dancing to this. You know how there's like the behind the scenes thing of Dean Winchester, he's like dancing to Eye of the Tiger. I'm picturing him dancing to this. I'm picturing him rocking out to this. This would be a song that he would love. But I don't know if it is actually 80s rock or if it's a more modern band that I need to look this up. I can't keep questioning it. I'll be right back. All right, so I was both right and wrong in the most unexpected ways because this is a song based on the TV show The Twilight Zone, but it was released in 1982. This is definitely 80s rock. It's not someone imitating 80s rock. This is true 80s rock right here. I've never heard of the Golden Earrings, but apparently they were a Dutch rock band back in the 80s, which is very cool. But it is based on The Twilight Zone. I just didn't realize that The Twilight Zone is from the 60s. This, like, okay. Like, we're at the point of what? Oh my god, that's like 60 years old. No, not even 60s. I think that is old. That is old. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020. 60 years old. Wow. I did not know The Twilight Zone was that old of a show. It's no wonder that I haven't ever got around to watching any episodes of it. I'm curious if they still hold up. Is it still a great show to watch? Because I know it's still a cult classic. I know it's still talked about. Is it something that you had to be there for and had the nostalgia for? Or is it just still great to this day? Either way, wild that, like, again, it's very cool that it's based on the Twilight Zone show. But the fact that it still came out almost 20 years after Twilight Zone was first a thing, or like 15 to 20 years after it, is really cool in itself. I'm wondering how many of these things in here are references to Twilight Zone as well, because like soon you'll come to know when the bullet hits the bone. It's a cool line, but it also sounds like when the bullet hits the bone sounds like something that could have been pulled out of a show, you know. And before that, he mentions about like being cloned and things, and it's a madhouse, and I know that Twilight Zone was all kind of Black Mirror of its day. Twilight Zone flew so that Black Mirror could stumble. Let's be real. They're on different levels, and Twilight Zone is definitely the peak. But it was like weekly episodical thing of completely different stories that are just these bizarre alternate worlds and, you know, freaky deaky stuff. But to my knowledge, at least, I might be wrong. To my knowledge, I think it was all like standalone episodes of just bizarreness. But yeah, I'm wondering how many of these things in the song are actually direct references to particular popular episodes.
Destination unknown, double cross messenger, all alone. Can't get no connection, can't get through. Where are you? Well, the night weighs heavy on his guilty mind. This far from the borderline, when the hitman comes, he knows damn well he has been cheated.
Okay. The fact that this song, the fact I've never heard of these guys is wild. I guess it might be because they're Dutch. That could be the only explanation. But this song has such an infectious beat. Like, I'm sitting here the whole time moving. I feel like I'm doing a damn Zumba workout at this point because I can't stop moving to this song because it has such a good beat and makes you want to rock out to it and makes you want to move to it. And that says a lot for the song right there. Taking aside the fact that I love my little nerdy connections. I love when a band does something for like pop culture, for nerdy stuff like that. I love that. But taking that aside, it's just generally a good rock song and it goes hard.
When the bullet hits the bone, when the bullet hits the bone.
Okay. Really interesting switch up and like bridge section here. I might be wrong here. I don't know my instruments too well, but I believe it's like a bass solo that we're doing now. That down that just sounds really cool, and it's just a really cool hook. But just like again, it was very rock of the time to have kind of the full musical breakdown in there. But it just feels like from the boom 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 kind of feel of the rest of the song to add this little funky section in is kind of cool. I seriously love how songs used to have these kind of sections in them where it's like a chance for all of the band to be showcased rather than just one member. Like, rather than just being all about the singer. And it's like, all right, we're going to give like 10 seconds of instrumental here for the bridge. That's not a bridge. That's barely one plank of wood. You need to make a full bridge, and that's what they've done here. They've done a full breakdown section. I do wish the video had something on the screen for me to watch while this is going on, but at the moment I'm just sitting here jamming to the music because the way that it's built just from that kind of like bass type sound, like I said, that dun 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 dun, into now having this like the main guitar kind of just doing absolute licks. It's been a really nice, cool build, but I just wish something was going on in the video for me to watch. I do love the moments where the drums come in and it almost sounds like someone drumming on trash cans or that. Like it's giving me Tap Dogs style, if though that's a weird reference. I don't know how many people, I don't know if that's only Australian thing. Either way, it's giving me kind of like that industrial thing of drumming on random instruments and like making noise that way, rather than an actual drum kit, which is a really cool sound. I love the way he's just putting a little bit more on each of those come to know. The no especially, he's just putting a little bit more spice on each one as it gets closer and closer to that at the end of the repetition. Going absolutely crazy on the guitar there. Like, absolute crazy. Okay. I'm a put it out there. I feel like it is such an 80s thing, ending a song with the slow fade away, where it's like the song doesn't end, it just feels like the band's getting further and further away from you, and that that they're doing at the end there just keeps repeating. But either way, this was a sick song. This was it makes me want to watch the Twilight Zone now to see how many of them are references, how much I can pick up on, and like how much, like how strongly linked the song is to it, or if they just use the name and like I'm because I have no idea. This song could have had nothing to do with the Twilight Zone. I would have just been imagining with things like the cloning and beaming up and things like that. That I'm assuming that they're strongly linked and they've drawn inspiration. If not, I might be crazy. But this was absolutely awesome regardless of that. Awesome rock song. The guy has great vocals. This was really, really cool. Please jump in the link in the description and give the original a like and a comment and subscribe to the original uploader. Also check out the golden earrings wherever you can find them. And leave me a like and a comment and subscribe to this channel. It helps out the channel so much. I can't even begin to tell you. And check me out over on Patreon. Over there I run weekly polls for the reactions I do here on the channel. I also do weekly TV show reactions, a monthly movie reaction, a monthly live stream, and at the highest tier you can get a guaranteed reaction right here on the channel. So check all that out on my Patreon. I will see you all in the next reaction video. Have yourself a fantastic day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.